So there are many things to talk about because just about a day ago, Real Madrid beat Mallorca by 2-1. Could have been 5-1, but 2-1, we are going to accept it. And there are many players that truly stood out in this game. So many from attack to defense. The defense, honestly, stood out the most. This is the best that Real Madrid's defensive lineup has ever looked. But before we get into that, we have to talk about Arda Güler. Now listen, this player, he is insane because yes, he did score, he should have had 2 goals, but he had such a good performance. He controlled the game. This is such a different player from what we saw maybe about 4 months ago. He's playing with confidence, he's playing with a manager that also has confidence in him, and he is excelling. He's excelling in his new role. He's not being forced there on the right wing. Instead, he is being played in the central midfield. And he won man of the match. And honestly, this is not just coming from this game. Like, I'm not saying these things based off of this one game. It is a collection of games. It has been, honestly, the last 10 games since Xabi Alonso came in that he has just been playing insane. And I would say he's reaching his potential. He's already a starter and he's gonna be at Real Madrid for many years. I think he can stay at Real Madrid for his entire career. Now let's look at all of his goal involvements in this game. Now when we talk about goal involvements, we are also going to speak about the offsides and the disallowed goals. So first of all, his goal, which was the equalizer. This was beautiful team play. This came from all of the new signings. Mastantuono, to Carreras, to Hausen, to Arda Güler, and he scores with a header. And it was a beautiful goal. The next one has to be Mbappe's offside goal. A beautiful pass from Güler. And Mbappé tucks it away. Unfortunately, it was offside. But then he also scores the next goal, which was also a disallowed goal. And it's because it was a handball. And this was kind of a scrappy goal. Either way, fantastic performance. And he's a controller of games. Like, look at this performance. He's a controller of games. Now listen, some people have been calling him the Madrid's replacement. Some people have even called him the Kroos replacement. And I don't know. I don't know if he is the replacement to either of them. I think he brings a unique thing to the game. And we can look at how Madrid played. Now look how Madrid played. This is kind of similar to Arda. You know, control of the game. And he was played next to another control of the game, which was Kroos. But Madrid was just so good. This was him in his prime. The year before his Ballon d'Or year. And he was doing what Arda's doing on the pitch, but he was doing it against big competition, like Bayern Munich. This is a good representation of what Real Madrid lack in the team, a creative player, and that's what I think Arda is. I don't think he's the Madrid's replacement, but I think he is that creative player that the people are begging for. Because you see the Madrid fans, they're all saying, we need a creative player. But then if you look in the squad, it's right there. It's Arda. Like, there's sometimes that the fans, they just want a new signing, even though we already have that type of player in the team. I've even seen some crazier ones where people say he's gonna be the Kroos replacement. The Kroos replacement. Do you know who Toni Kroos is? Do you know what he does on that pitch? There's no way that people actually think that he can be the Kroos replacement. Cause when Güler's on the ball, yes, he's doing plays from the back. He's playmaking from the back. Almost like a deep line playmaker. But Kroos was different. When Kroos got on the ball, he was so press resistant. Like the opposing players didn't even want to press him. Because they knew this guy, you're not going to get the ball off him. And I mean, do I even have to explain? You can look at this for yourself. Kroos and Güler don't have much similarities. And Kroos is still a player that Real Madrid must replace. Because if you look in the team, look at all of the midfielders. None of them compare to Kroos. None of them even bring the same things that Kroos brings. If you look at Bellingham, no similarities. Valverde, no similarities. Tchouameni, no similarities. I've even heard some people say Thiago Petard is gonna be that, and I just, there's no way that people actually think so. So when it comes to a Kroos replacement, I don't think we're gonna find it. Honestly, if you look at the transfer market, who even reminds you of Kroos? Who even comes close to Kroos? So I think if you're looking for a player like him, you're gonna find the most B-Tech Timu version of him ever. So honestly, when it comes to the Kroos replacement, I've given up. I don't think Real Madrid are gonna find that on the market. But back to Güler, when I look at Arda Güler on the pitch, he's been at Real Madrid for 3 years, and honestly, when I see him there interact with the other players, he looks like a leader. Now listen, he's way younger than most of the players in that team, but he acts like the leader in that team. And honestly, that is the type of player we need for the next 10 years. But the reason why he's performing the way he is, excelling at this level, and improving so much, is Xabi Alonso. What an amazing gift to have such a manager. Because I'm not gonna hate on Ancelotti. A coach like that was never going to develop Güler into the player that he is going to become under Xabi. Now I do understand Güler is the type of player that hasn't played against big competition. He has always been left out of the matches against Man City, and whenever it's a big match. And that is something I still need to see. I need to see him perform against a big team. He needs a proper test to show where he's at in the world of football. And if we can still compare him with the Lamine Yamals, the Florian Wirtz, those type of players, can we compare him to those kind of players? And I think what better time than now with the UCL draw. The UCL draw, we saw Real Madrid got Manchester City, which that is gonna be now for the 6th or 7th time. Like it's a lot of times that Real Madrid have played against City. Then they play against Liverpool at Anfield. Trent, I don't know what's gonna happen with him. He's gonna be booed out of the arena, booed out of the stadium. And there are many other teams also in the group stage, such as Juventus. And I'm excited for this. It seems like some good test for Güler to have to truly show if he is that elite footballer. Now we move on from Güler and we talk about Vini Jr. Now Vini Jr. is back. Truly, he is back. Like, I'm happy. We are all happy. The Vini haters are silent. Like, they can't even say anything. But Vini, what a performance. He took that Oviedo performance, brought it to this Mallorca game, and it looks like he's back. We move on to Kylian Mbappé, and honestly it looks like he's still struggling with that offside trap. Like, truly, this guy, I remember against Barcelona, he got caught offside about 10 times or 7 times, or it can even be more than that. But with Mbappé, 2 good finishes, I can't complain. And I think this guy, I think he's still gonna have a great season. If there's one player that has exceeded expectations, it is Alvaro Carreras. This guy is insane. Like, he did 1 goal line clearance and it was sensational. Genuinely, what other word can I use? Carreras has impressed. He is insane. What a signing. I feel like Real Madrid have gone 4-0 with good signings. All 4 of the new signings, Dinhausen, Trent, Carreras, Mastantuono, all 4 of them were excellent signings. We now speak about Mastantuono. He is still a player that needs time, but remember, he's only 18 years of age and he's only going to improve as the time goes on. But that's my thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on Arda Güler? What are your thoughts on everything that I spoke about in this video? But that's it for now. If you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace.